Hi, Forest fans, Max Newton here, giving you a quick preview of Nottingham Forest away at Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux. Very, very wet day, so safe travels to all the Forest fans travelling there and back today, who I'm sure will give the team, and especially Steve Cooper, their backing today. Apparently it's a must-win game for the manager to keep his job, and on the back of the last two performances, especially the Fulham one. I think I can't see how you turn that round. I can't see how you turn that round from a bunch of players that didn't give a toss and seemed to down tools and throw the manager under the bus for whatever reason. I said last time it was reminiscent of the Leicester game where we lost 4-0 away from home, but at least that game it wasn't due to a lack of trying, a lack of effort, which seemed to be very much the case against Fulham. To be honest, I'm still furious. I'm still fuming at the players after that performance, and what part of me is like, don't play any of those players that started that game. Play as few of those players that started that game as possible. Absolutely do not start Sangare and Dominguez. Bomb squad, there you go. Absolutely do not start Origi. Absolutely do not start Aina. But you're probably then not starting some of our better players. Is it time to bring in Joe Worrell and Scott McKenna and start Ryan Yates and definitely play Nico Williams? Play some players that we know will fight for the club and haven't come in going, oh, the training's not quite what I expected, and so therefore down in tools, which is disgraceful if that's the case. So I think we might play five at the back. Definitely play with wing backs with Nico and Toffolo. I think Toffolo is one of the few players to come out with any credit from the last game. I'd go Ryan Yates in midfield. Probably Chick. I'd stay as far away from Dominguez and Sagari as humanly possible. I wouldn't even let him travel. Feckers. And Morgan Gibbs-White as a false nine, Alanga on one side and Callum Hudson-Odoi on the other. And, set the scene for Morgan Gibbs-White. He'll get booed to the rafters by the Wolves fans. Set the scene for him to give it a bit of that, keep the manager in his job, move on to the Spurs game. But you've got to feel like every game is probably a manager must win to keep his job sort of game, which isn't very good. So yeah, come on. They've got dangerous players all over the park. But if we play like we did against Fulham, any players that haven't scored for 12 months will be the players that are getting the goals. So I am going to predict a 1-0 win to the Forest. It's going to be a game that I'm not even going to be able to see because I'm at a daughter's dance show, which is great. But it's going to be the first game in a long time that I've not watched either live or on telly. So maybe that's the trick. Maybe I need to stop watching away games. Let's see if that happens, if it works. That's what I'll do. Come on, you Reds.